Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Piper Report. So, Trump budget is to include $3 billion for border wall. President Trump's budget proposal to be unveiled on Monday. Now, this was reported on the 9th, so Monday coming up, will include a request for $3 billion as a down payment on building a wall along the U.S. border with Mexico, a senior administration official said. The official, who briefed a small group of reporters on condition of anonymity, said the money would go toward purchasing private land in the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas and advance purchases of steel. The administration hopes to build 60 miles of new steel bollard fencing along the border with 2018 funding and additional 64 miles with 2019 funding. The $3 billion will be on top of this year's $14 billion request for the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency. So we're looking at $17 billion total in terms of border protection, with $3 billion being delegated toward the border wall. But I think what needs to be clarified here is that this isn't a wall. This is more fencing. Now, it might get touted as a wall, but we have to keep it real here. We keep it real at the Piper Report, and based on this alone, this is not a wall. This is more fencing. This is synonymous with the Secure Fence Act of 2006, which you could argue is a wall of sorts, but in terms of what we were led to believe, what the wall was going to entail, like 30, 40 feet high, made of brick and all this stuff, it doesn't appear that way. It appears the wall is going to be marginally slower is a bad term, marginally less significant. It's not going to be like maybe we were led to believe. Now, this could just be the beginning of it all. I mean, Trump does have DACA to use as leverage to basically garner what he wants in terms of appropriations to build the wall. But even if the wall isn't built and instead we see lots and lots of new areas of fencing being created, I still think in terms of border protection that is better than nothing. Now, whether or not you believe a wall is beneficial, there is no secret that when you put an obstacle in somebody's way, the obstacle will impede them. One of my first videos I did, I think it's still on this channel. I don't think I deleted it. I deleted some of my earlier ones for different reasons, but one of them was doing an analysis to see if the wall would actually work, if it was beneficial. And the conclusion I came with, and in terms of funding and everything, is that people who claim having a wall doesn't work are just not doing enough research, because Israel has a wall and it works. Great Wall of China was built for just that reason. The fact is that nothing is impenetrable. There is always going to be people to get around obstacles. But the point of an obstacle is to impede people, is to inhibit progress, inhibit the time it takes people to get across the border. And if you add a fence like this, or if you add just like a cheap wall, and then you also increase border security, those border security agents have a lot more time to basically catch illegal immigrants trying to cross the border. If you set up different checkpoints throughout the border, it gives them more time to basically catch those trying to come here illegally. But again, like I'm saying here, this doesn't appear to be a wall. This appears to be more fencing that's going to be touted as a wall. Either way, I think Trump, if he does get this $3 billion, if he's able to acquire the funds to get the wall started, I think it will be a win for him. And it will help him in 2020 if he decides to run again. Because Donald Trump ran on three main things: to tax reform, to end Obamacare, and the wall. Tax reform's done. Obamacare didn't go so well. So he kind of needs the wall. He kind of needs the wall to get at least two of the three major things done. Now, he did say other things like end the Iran deal and things of that nature. But for the most part, there was three specific items he ran on: the wall, Obamacare, and tax reform. He got one done. This would be good for him if he can get funds for this wall. He could use this as evidence that his administration is getting things done. And I think it will help his popularity as well. So I will post a link to in the description as always. You can check it out, but we shall see what happens on Monday when this proposed budget is released. And I'm done.